Hi guys, you're watching The Rough Cuts. I'm Rob, it's Thursday, and Halloween is over, but today I'm going to review Let Me In. Let Me In is a kind of modern vampire story that was just released in the UK a few days ago, after Halloween, which is ridiculous. I don't know why they did that. I think it came out in the US a couple of weeks ago, so as part of the Halloween season. Let Me In is a film about a young boy, about 12 years of age, who's played by Smitt-mcphee. He's the guy who was in The Road, and he lives in this apartment complex in New Mexico, and it's the dead of winter, and he has like problems at school with these kids bullying him, and his parents are getting divorced, and it's not going that well for him. And then one night this girl moves in with this guy, and she's about the same age as him. And he meets her during the night when he plays outside in the courtyard of his apartment complex, and just things start to add up, and he starts to suspect there's something a bit peculiar about her, and that she may be a vampire. Let Me In is a remake of a film that came out last year in Sweden called Let the Right One In. It's a total remake. I think that the original book the thing's based on is Swedish, so that was a big hit, as big a hit as anything can be if it's in Swedish. Because all the critics were just giving it like 5 out of 5, in the end I gave in and watched it, and it is absolutely amazing. So when I saw they were remaking it in America, I wasn't that impressed at all, and I thought, why are they remaking this, and so soon as well? And why do only good films seem to get remade? Why does no one remake bad films? Anyway, because it starred Smitt-mcphee, who was brilliant in The Road, and it starred Chloe Moretz, who was brilliant in Kick-Ass, I thought I've got to give it a try. And then it got good reviews, and some reviewers were saying it was even better than the original Swedish version. So that's what I'm going to tell you about it. The rest of this review is basically going to be one massive spoiler, and I'm going to talk about the differences between the two films. So if you don't want to know, then you can stop watching now. One of the problems with the new American version is that they telegraph everything. They tell the audience verbally what they're supposed to think at any given time. In the original Swedish version, the relationship the kid has with his mum is quite complex. She's going through divorce, but she still loves her kid and spends time with him, and they have fun, but they have bad times. And in the American version, in the first scene that we see, in fact we never even really see the mum's face. She's always hidden behind like the blur of some depth of field, so you never really see her. It's like some kind of Tom and Jerry cartoon where you just see her legs or whatever. But in the first scene, they show that she's basically an alcoholic. She's just drinking wine by the bucket load. She's sitting around in the corner crying, and that she's not emotionally there for the kid. And it just seems like a cop-out just to say, right, the kid's parents are dick. Also, in the American version, they don't really allow the characters to be as complex. So the guy who lives with Chloe Moretz in the film, the older guy who presumably has been living with her for a long time and helping her to get blood, he says really early on, like, oh, maybe I want to get caught, maybe I don't want to go on doing this, maybe. And that's just what I mean. I don't know why they had to put that in, because in the original Swedish version, the helper guy is painted as someone who has unconditional love and will never leave her, and you know, you might think that he could be conflicted, but they never let on that he is, or that he's made his mind up that he wants to be caught. One good thing about the remake is the scenes where the helper goes out to kill people and get the blood. They're pretty good in the original film, but in this they're a lot more action oriented, and that makes them a little bit more exciting. So unlike in the Swedish film, in the American film, he wears this black bin liner mask, which just makes him really kind of like this weird, creepy 21st century Leatherface. And rather than just like grabbing people in the woods, he's creeping into their car and waiting until they stop at stoplights. So it's just a lot more exciting, and those scenes really have you on the edge of your seat. Even though I'd seen the original, I was sort of like, wow, this is pretty intense. Anyway, that's what I thought of Let Me In. It's a good film. If you haven't seen the Swedish version, you're going to really, really enjoy it. It is really good. But I would just say, go and see the original. Just get the DVD of Let the Right One In, because it's absolutely amazing, and you don't have to take my word for it.
Now, if you're a fan of the vampire genre and are a little angry with how it's been going lately, this is the movie for you, because it is, I'm going to have to say, it is very, very possibly my favorite vampire film of all time. Sadly, it's being remade in the States. It's a foreign film. I know, stay with me. It's foreign. It's being remade in the States, which kind of disheartens me a little, because they always end up fucking it up.
As you can see, it's morning, so I'm gonna get out of here, go to work.